Okay, we've got one last topic in this unit, and we now want to kind of go backwards from composing functions. So if we can put two functions together, and we call them composing them, we now want to take one function and split it into two functions, and we call this decomposition, okay? We're decomposing two functions. And so it says, for example, if h of x equals x plus 4 cubed, how can it be thought of f composed with g of x? So if we think about it, one way I like to think about it is thinking about it having an inner function, something that's on the inside, and then what are you doing to that? Okay, and if we're trying to do f composed with g, remember g is what you're going to be plugging in, so it's going to be what I call the inner function. Okay, and then f, you say, okay, what am I doing to that? So if g of x is this inner function, x plus 4, then you want to put an x in for that whole thing and say, what are you doing to it? You're cubing it. So f of x would be x cubed. Okay, so let's look at these problems. So h of x is the square root of 3x minus 2. And it says if g of x is 3x minus 2, our inner function, what is f of x? Well, f of x is what you're doing to it. You're going to put an x in for your inner function, so it would just be the square root of x. Okay, sorry, this one got a little cut off. H of x here should be 1 over x plus 5 squared. Okay, so we can think of our inner function as x plus 5. Okay, so we're calling that g of x. Then f of x, you're just going to put in x for that. So 1 over x squared. Okay, the next one we've got h of x is the square root of x plus 2 over x minus 3. And we're saying if g of x is what's inside here, x plus 2 over x minus 3, then f of x, we're just going to replace that with an x, would be the square root of x. Okay, and very similarly, here we're just calling it j of x instead of h of x, but nothing changes. We've got in parentheses 3x plus 7, we're squaring that. And we're saying if g of x is 3x plus 7, this inner function, what is f of x? Well, we're just going to replace that with an x. F of x then would be x squared. Okay, and let's at least check this last one. Let's check to make sure that f composed with g of x is what we want. Well, to find f composed with g of x, we would write out x, or f of x with just parentheses, okay? And then we would plug in g of x. And you see that we get exactly j of x.